Good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
This is
What you do? What you do? What you do? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Unscripted All Talk
Choose.
podcast.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
She was feeling it.
With the notes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
You know,
Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Love Day. All that good stuff. We got my man DJ MVP in the building. In a great mood. I like that, man. Today was a great day, no?
Yes. It's like music.
Can we get a shot of that handsome young man?
Where?
You.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Winnie.
Oh, no, not me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It says DJ MVP. It says DJ MVP. There's.
Hold on.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna take a personal call on the show.
Hey, what's going
I'm
on?
in the middle of my podcast. You were
Yeah.
supposed to text me on Monday. You're canceled. Thank you. Have a great day.
Oh, wow. You got a phone call? Is that what just happened?
Yeah, legit.
Wow.
So, I can fill you in. It's a friend of mine. Called me while I was upstate, and he's trying to get a job as a plumber. I said, I'd gladly introduce you to this plumber I know who runs like 6 crews a day.
Yeah.
I said, text me Monday morning.
Okay.
That's all you have to do.
Mm.
Text me Monday morning, remind me, I'll reach out to him. He calls me Monday night at 11:30.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
So, to refer a friend to a friend, you already canceled yourself.
Facts.
No, you're right. That's a fact.
Because now you're ruining my reputation.
Fact, yeah,
And
exactly.
people don't
Did he have a
understand it.
reason why? Did you ask him?
No, but he just called and I didn't
called.
answer at 11:30 on Monday night. And
You just didn't.
I was like, text me on Monday morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
That's
yes.
all you had to do.
All right, we're going to jump
man.
right into this thing once again. I want to introduce you to the awesome people. To my right, which is probably sitting on your left on the screen, Miss Tina Noach.
Hello, hello.
The thespian, the engineer, the comedian.
Whoa! So
Yeah.
many things. There we go.
Yes, yeah. Oh, man. And then two, it's only right we introduce, you know what I'm saying, GQN, the God,
You know the vibes, man.
you know.
We're here
So to be funny, but to kind of start some controversy,
to be funny. Okay?
to be funny. So I posted on my Instagram last week, who has more swag?
Yo.
And it was between JM, aka Joshua,
Joshua
you know,
for 2024.
and Mr. GQN, the legend, the God himself.
Yeah, man.
And Mr. GQN got more votes.
Surprisingly,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm always in sweats a lot of the times.
You know what I mean? Hold on. So
Literally.
wait. So you trying to say it's the ladies, they saw the print? Is that what's going
No,
on?
no. You can't even see the print. I'm sitting down, still can't see the print. You ain't gonna see the print. Though.
Welcome to Wakanda.
Yo.
If I may offer some feedback from that gender,
Absolutely.
swagger has nothing to do with whatever material is involved.
A little drip talk right there.
Okay. So, starting you off on what's current.
Yo, bro.
Cut it out. Larissa Pippen. Damn, she still kept his last name.
I mean,
Larsa, whatever. I don't like her.
Dude,
Right?
You gotta help me out on this. I just from the last days, are these the children of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen?
So this is the
Scottie
ex-wife,
Pippen's wife. Ex-wife.
Scotty's ex-wife.
Scotty's
And
ex-wife.
who's the Jordan guy?
So she was dating Michael Jordan's son.
Oh, okay. So I just thought that was it. I was like,
Yeah,
I
it's
just saw
disgusting.
Pippen and Jordan. I'm like, yo, tell me.
Nah.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it was like, oh, you know, his daughter married his son, and it's like, oh, former teammates, it's cute. It's like, no. Like, she's about to marry Michael Jordan's son, and it's fucked up because like he's poor. I feel bad for Scottie Pippen's son because like former teammates have been on the same team with like, dude, like I was banging your moms. Now we're on the same
Yeah,
team.
nah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's like no self-respect. Ugh, disgusting. So you know how I feel about that.
It's kind of a deranged royalty. I don't know why we need to go there. Like, why do we care about this lineage? I don't.
I just felt it's inappropriate. No,
I think it's inappropriate as well too. I mean, it's kind of like you're taking a step back.
we're
in a
live.
sense.
We're live. No, not us. We're live.
If it's falafel, I'll take it.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, she took a step backwards, and I think, like I said, it's like today's society, like older women looking for younger men, and that's just what it is.
Man, oh man.
Aren't you gonna make a joke?
I was waiting, but I was like, I'm gonna let you
I
slide.
was waiting for it to
I'm
say
gonna let you
something.
slide. I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide. What's popular also was the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs.
I don't think it was.
I didn't watch it. I already knew the Chiefs were gonna win. Big shout out to Pat Mahomes,
Wasn't the best game.
aka the GOAT, behind Brady, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Brady got.
I don't think he's a GOAT yet, but he's getting there.
I mean, he's what 25
28.
with 3 championships. That's
Yes.
crazy.
It's pretty good.
4 Super Bowls.
3.
3 rings, 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think the relationship with him and Kelsey, like they say, healthy, that charisma is gonna take them.
100%.
But his IQ and his reaction time is just what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes him like.
He's like the
Geez.
Steph Curry of like the NFL. That's how I could see him, truthfully.
There was a conversation I had watching the game with guys bigger into football than I, and I was like, I feel that when I was younger, so like we'll talk about like the late '80s, early '90s, it was the quarterback wide receiver relationship. That's what you looked at, like that number 1 receiver. But now it's like the tight end. I feel like they're big, strong, and fast. So it's like they get the ball, they're gonna blow through traffic, and they can get some extra miles.
I mean, everybody's fast. Like even the line. Like, do you see the combine? Like these guys are like 400 pounds running like, you know what I'm saying? Like a 4.6 and a 40. Like
Made no sense.
that's crazy.
sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's that. But part of that was the whole Usher performance. Come on now. You know, yeah. That one song, and you know,
Oh, are you
listen,
serious?
he was grabbing up on Alicia Keys a little too strong. You know, to the fact that
and then he gets married a few hours later. But go on.
you know, which is crazy. You know, I think he had a little feel in the booty when he walked by. Like, hold on, he said it's still fat.
He did not.
He did. Yeah, no. Yeah, he did. He did caught a little, bro. When he walked by, he caught a little. It was a little, just a little quick. Hold on now.
I missed the whole thing. I'm
Double
not
tap.
offering any opinion.
Still fat. Still soft.
Look,
Wait a minute.
at the end of
Rub
the
it
day,
one time.
they are professionals.
Yeah, Swiss Beats said that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
are professionals.
Who happens to
And
be
shout out
Alicia
to
Keys'
Swiss
wife.
Beats, man. Not a lot of men are like comfortable with like their relationships, because for them to be on stage at the high caliber and everybody's watching, even though what was going on was shown and everything like that, that's how you know Swiss Beats is very comfortable in a relationship, that he already knows that he trusts his wife. At the end of the day, they're just doing their jobs. That's just what it is. Not a lot of men are confident in their relationship, so that's just something to.
Not a lot of men can wear sweatpants.
Oh, bro.
Oh my God, I'm on a roll.
Okay.
Oh man.
Actually, you wear sweatpants. You wear the unscripted.
You're damn right. African. Yes.
bro.
That's sheets. Yeah, I get lightheaded when I get excited. You read the room. Hey.
Yo.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
I can't, man.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yo,
I am kidding. All right. So, as we know, right after, like you said, Mr. DJ MVP, he did get married a few hours after to his longtime girlfriend. I believe they have 2 kids
I didn't
together.
even know they had a. I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, he kept it
For that
low
long?
key. And I don't know how to say her last name. Jennifer G. I'm just gonna call her that. You know what I'm saying? The new USHER. I am on a roll tonight. Oh man, put some water on me. Come on.
Yo, somebody can
So-
get this.
So, and then other news that nobody cares about because I feel like big shout out to what's her name from the Breakfast Club, Jessica Hilarious,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because she mentioned this. What's gone? Everything's there. We're still live. We're still live. We're still live. Don't worry. She's DJ MVP is gonna help her out with the technical
Is
issues.
there power?
No,
Power
we're
cord?
good. No, everything's good. Everything's good. You know, so we got.
I might even turn the camera this way,
You know,
so they could see this awesome production assistant. Right
yeah, we're gonna go live real quick. Yeah.
Hold on. How do I change to this camera? Right.
You got to go to the FaceTime camera. Yeah, don't worry. You're fine. So, Carl is out with his fiance. Big shout out to Carl, podcast manager. So, our COO, Miss Maria, has stepped in to do the technical filming and audio stuff, and she's over here a little overwhelmed. So, if you see like what's going on,
but she's terrific.
Yeah, she's like 2 grades up from Carl, but she ain't Carl on the technical side. So that's all that is. You
I know there were grades. It's like an exam.
Yeah. So to go back to Jessica Hilarious, she happens to be pregnant. Congratulations to her, and so forth. But the reason why I'm bringing her up is because she made an astute observation about every time Kanye does something, what's her name? I was about to say little Kim Kardashian always has to like try to up her one. So Yeezy dropped that commercial during the Super Bowl with his phone.
Yeah.
And it made like $29 million.
Yo, he like sold shoes like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there was like a discount on them or something.
So, I don't know, but he made so much money. So then after, of course, Kim Kardashian's like, well, me and Odell Beckham Jr. have been dating for like a year. Nobody cares, Kim. Not one soul cares. Nobody cares.
I feel bad for her.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact is, didn't one of the sisters date Odell before?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So y'all recycling penises? What's going on now?
Pretty much.
Ha! All the penis in the row, you want the same one. I don't understand it.
Keep it in the family, apparently.
They're from West Virginia.
Boom.
Another one.
Double boom.
Douse me out. Call 911. I am on fire.
By the way, we're way past the 5-minute mark, so this shit could get over.
Woo! Man, y'all know what the fuck it is. God damn it. No, I'm kidding. And that's it for your current events. Now on to my wonderful podcast crew. So, today since it's a love day and relationship day, we're going to be talking about relationships, how they can help, how they can hurt. And it's going to be not just personal relationships, business relationships, building a rapport with whoever you may see. Like right now, these are my business partners. Big shout out to DJ MVP. Big shout out to Joshua, Maria. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Queen Brittany. You know, we all promote each other, and because all of us have dreams and aspirations and goals that we're literally working towards. It's not like, yo, I want to live in the city. Meanwhile, you ain't got no job. You strong on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? No judgment. No
bro,
judgment.
you can still be strong on Section 8 and still have a dream, bro.
Yeah, but you got to be working toward it.
100%.
You can't be at home on the PlayStation talking about, yo, one day I'm going to make it big, yo. One day.
Shout out to the PlayStations out there.
What happened to me when people just came knocking at my door and said, you need to be a DJ, make it happen. No.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Imagine.
You have to chase after.
You have to go after your dreams. You know what I mean? So, speaking of relationships, Miss Tina Noach, I'm putting you on the hot seat. What is going on?
Oh, I actually wanted to start instead with what MVP was just saying about.
See how she deflected, right?
Yes, becoming a DJ. And like, I remember you mentioning that you had that drive from like a very young age, right?
I've been always interested in performance and music. So it evolved to this point. But I guess like, as crazy as it sounds, actually not that crazy. I was born in 1982. So the first person like I wanted to emulate, I wanted to do the moonwalk, I wanted to be Michael Jackson, I wanted to be that high level entertainer, singer, performer, dancer.
And your name is Michael. Come on. Come on.
This is meant to be.
The most like interesting thing in his passing, I got phone calls from like all over the place. Like, are you okay? Like, I think people that were very close to me, my family, my friends, he felt that I cared so much.
Yeah.
And it was like, I might not be all right. And it was even a joke. I remember like in middle school, like doing like the ABC dance. Like I made up my whole little routine to that like Jackson 5 song and stuff. Like I was like, yo, Joe, you're whipping me right now. I'm messing up the moves.
Michael.
I remember when he passed, there was a lot on like whatever media it was. I mean, it was like days that people were at his home. And
Yeah. So part of the current event, which I passed, which is on my notes here, he actually owned a lot of people's rights, and so there's a conspiracy theorist, which is probably true,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
that he owned the Beatles, he owned Elvis, his catalog was crazy.
Yeah.
He owned Eminem's like catalog because Eminem made that one joke and like on him on a song and he was smooth like, oh, you want to make jokes? Yeah, I'm your boss now. No more jokes.
I know him and Paul McCartney had a falling out because Michael bought the Beatles catalog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they recently made a song and then he's like, I own them all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mike was low key a genius, and you know that last album that he had, I think it was Invincible. He had a whole thing with Sony and everything else, not promoting him right. And especially in the world of streaming right now, if he still retained those rights, he gave it to his mom, and his mom immediately was like, "All right, I want no problems here." And it's like, come on, man, you should have gave it to your father. He would have definitely kept it, but him and his dad,
Yeah.
the mass whoopings. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna, you know, I'm probably wrong.
Beat it! Beat it!
That would have been
Ouch.
clutch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, you think I'm gonna let you slide? What's going
So
on?
that being said, so you wanted to ask me about relationships with others? Is
No, I'm talking about you. What's going on with you? I'm not. Hold on now. I'm not like trying to hit on her because she like him young. All right. I told you I was gonna get you later.
What?
Unbelievable.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually, I should say irresistible, this guy, right? Absolutely irresistible, this guy. No, I have taken some time as far as the way I look at relationships. You have to have a good relationship with yourself first.
Facts.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Facts.
I had a few that came into my life that did not work out well, and it was kind of like, okay, universe, what are you trying to teach me?
Mm.
And I decided to kind of just focus on number one for a bit. So that's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
It's only right.
Yeah.
It's only right. Yeah. Big shout out to DJ MVP.
I don't believe in recreational relationships. I feel like people get hurt. And as far as like karma and doing well on this planet, I don't want to be a part of anything where I'm hurting someone else. So I feel like being honest is always key and being, true to what you do and who you are.
That's a fact. It's a big fact. I think in today's society, like, I'll just leave, like, even like looking at the state of like R&B, right? Like, I haven't heard.
Oh my god.
Think about it. There have since like
It breaks
since
my
like
heart,
the 2000s. Like, I haven't heard any like real R&B that you like. I love this person. Like the 80s, 90s. Like, look, Whitney Houston and I Will Always Love You. Now it's, hands on your knees, make that coochie breathe. Like, come on, man. Like that's not love. Like, come on now. Like, there's no. I think people are so, in a sense of, in today's society, it's a sense of me, and promoting the individuality.
Ooh.
Tell me this song doesn't make you want to like cuddle up with.
I mean, in the
Yeah.
beginning, and then
Yeah.
bend that ass over. And you're like, what?
Yo, I didn't know SZA was at the end of it.
What?
I didn't know she was singing at the end of it because I only know the chorus. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. I take it back. She does have that one song, Snooze, which she got a Grammy for, which is fire. But look, even with what's her name, Ella May, when she had Booed Up, those are the type of.
That was a vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Like there was like the few that have like, okay, we're gonna do this and that and so forth and so forth. So I'm laughing because I'm in my own world. So, but yeah. So as far as like to kind of like go more into detail as what you were saying about relationships and everything else like that, I think we're social creatures. So by nature, we all have our own insecurities, and then we kind of look for the other person to fix or be this person to like remove whatever we're dealing with. For example, for me, when I was younger, I always had to go after the prettiest, baddest girl, right? That was just me. Like I didn't care about her personality. I didn't care about da da da. I just wanted her to look as pretty as possible because for me, if I could grab her, that validates my existence. You know what I mean? That was always my thing. Like, so he was like, yo, Sam, you stay with a bad one. Yo, you stay with a da 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 da. And it was like
validation from others.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, yeah, you see what's on my arm, you see what I be pulling, you know what I mean? And to a point where it's like, I went through some shit with somebody. I ain't gonna mention no names. We don't need to bring that up. But I went through some shit that changed my life. It didn't change my perspective because physical attraction is still physical attraction. I can't be over here like, baby.
No. Yo,
you know
chill.
what I'm saying?
No,
You like, yo, take your ugly ass back in the house.
Yo, bro.
Yo, who ugly Bobs is that? It's my girl. It's my
That's
girl.
OD.
You know what I mean?
Well,
You over here in public.
ugly is relative also. Keep that in mind, right?
No, ugly's ugly. I'm sorry. There's no relativity.
No.
There's ugly's ugly.
No,
Ugly's
come on.
ugly. Ugly's ugly. Listen, I think attraction. I had told somebody this. That it deals with the five senses, like personal attraction, like when you physically meet somebody. But if we're going off a picture, you ain't gonna be like, oh, he looks like he has a great personality. Oh my God, he looks like he'd be a phenomenal father. You're gonna be like, God damn, switch. Come on now, Shrek. Come on.
I was just thinking how I heard Cat Williams go on for about 20 minutes about why ugly girls are priority and a positive.
I'm trying to remember when did he say that? What's this, like a stand-up he did?
Yeah, one of his shows, maybe a most recent one, maybe 5 years before. Those are two shows I saw that he did recently. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I personally don't agree with that.
He had a lot of reasons for it. She will be going home with you when she's ugly. She does think you're the best. You're number one.
Nah, she gonna do what she gonna do regardless if she ugly or she pretty. Because there's at least one dude. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Pretty,
Even if she pretty, she
it
gonna do what she do regardless.
Always depends.
Listen,
depends,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying like, pretty girls cheat and ugly girls don't, or vice versa.
Bro,
I'm just saying.
girls cheat too.
Yeah, that's my argument. I said that's why she gonna do what she gonna do regardless.
That's 100%,
it comes down to the core because I think in today's society, because most men I think are the most insecure they've ever been, and I think it deals with social media. I think it deals with the podcast. I think it deals with a lot. So they now, because of their low self-esteem and whatever, they're telling girls who aren't 10s that they're 10s because they feel like this is the easy way out. And then now because everybody's accessible from the Snapchat, from the Instagram, from the Facebook, everybody's accessible. So they're getting it from all of these dudes who probably are really good-looking dudes. I definitely know so.
You think it's really the men?
I definitely know so.
That's doing that?
I definitely know so. I have some friends that they show me their DMs, lit, a bunch of dudes. Yo, he stay? I'm like,
I think we're just in an era where nobody's really trying to get to know anybody anymore. I think it's just more of a numbers game at this point. I think it's just I'm not saying everybody, obviously, but I'm just saying like in this era now, like this generation, I just think it's just a numbers game. I don't think nobody's really trying to generally know anybody anymore on that like intimate level anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on like a couple things that I said. Like one, you can just jump on an app and it's like a lottery. It's like, well, how many people are going after this one girl? Will I get her attention? And so then on to the next. But then Sam said something about attraction. Like somebody told me this a few years back, right? And so a perfect relationship, which is very hard to find, you actually need like 4 main levels of attraction. So physical is kind of what like starts the conversation.
Yep.
You know, then you need that like mental, emotional attraction, right? It's like in the long run, like if your intellects aren't on the same level, you're either going to be condescending to her or vice versa, or you're not going to respect her opinion. Then spiritual, even if you're from different religious backgrounds, right? That your values, your ethics, your morals, whatever, kind of start aligning. And then like honestly, if you can't be like a millionaire rocking with like a street rat. It's just not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good looking they are, you know. And I was just joking around playing Pretty Woman. Like that's for Hollywood. That
Yeah.
he was a millionaire and grabbed some girl off the street. That
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily happen. I think in real life.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
So-
doesn't. I saw this one. There's like I think it's a podcast or a show, or whatever, where they have like the balloon, and like a bunch of guys, they'll bring out a girl, and then the guys will pop a balloon.
Oh,
and then
it's on
vice
YouTube
versa.
and everything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So one guy, he was a doctor. As soon as she came out, boom. So he's tall. He's like 6'3", doctor. So obviously he's making money. And then she was like, why did you pop your balloon? He's like, because you have no value to me, right? And then she was like, how? I'm pretty. He's like, I never said you're not pretty, but intellectually you have no value. Like, you're a liability. Can you manage funds? Can you do this? Can you da-da-da-da-da? And it wasn't like the typical corny shit like, can you cook and clean? Like, bro, we're adults. I could fucking cook and
How are
clean.
you gonna be my equal?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
How are we gonna grow together?
exactly. You know what I mean? And I think for a lot of kids, you know, and I say kids, meaning like people in their 20s and everything else that haven't had that structure at home to see what a functioning husband and wife look like, because you're going to see arguments, but it's going to be to a point where it's controlled. You might, all right, dad's in his mood, oh, mom's in her mood, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, they come back and they rectify it and they work it out, and it never happens again in that light. You know what I mean? But then there's some people that are just toxic, that, you know, are staying married because of the title or whatever they, you know, and it's the fights, the arguments, everything in front of the kids, you know. And then now you're doing mental damage to that. And then, you know, girls tend to marry who their dads are, and guys tend to be with who their mothers are. It's just a fact, you know? So it has to take to a point now where us as parents or adults or whatever the case is are teaching our kids the right way. And then at the same time, we got to fix our own insecurities, personal fucking drama, you know what I mean? And then all this other stuff.
Wait, I got a quick question.
Sir.
So out of the four of us tonight, the three of you are single currently, correct?
Yeah.
High five.
Okay, all right. Yo, I'm about to go on a tangent real quick. All right, so I'm newly in this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, word?
So we got this track right here. This girl, great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying that like, oh, I'm on this pink cloud. Like, we started talking back in September, and
Do you remember? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
and so I went through like all my doubts and like all those like questioning things. Like, well, am I gonna be good to her? You know, am I gonna be happy in this situation? Is it gonna work? Well, like I have a child. She has a child. Is that chemistry gonna work? And you know, am I gonna be able to respect her? You know, am I gonna be able to actually match in terms of like not like a connection match, but like she's in a different place in life too. You know what I'm saying? Like I own a business. She has a profession. You know what I'm saying? It's like so we took our time. We hung out. We just had fun, and there was no pressure. It was even like with the kids. It was like, oh, well, I'm going to the park today after school, and so like, you know, they happen to be in the same class, so they didn't even know what was going on. It was just like, oh, play date, and like we're like sitting on the bench, like, you know, I'm whispering stuff in her ear, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so then we started getting serious, and I feel like I have an equal partner. We just went away on a little weekend trip with like 8 of my friends. There was
Oh, wow.
no drama.
Yeah.
Like, the drama was outside of our bubble. Like it was like, oh, like this one friend and that one friend. My boys like getting mad at Uber Eats because we were trying to get food delivered for the Super Bowl and all this. And it's like, but her and I, probably over 8 hours on the road, 3 hours upstate. Then we went to another ski lodge that was 2 hours away from where we were staying. Back home, then back downstate. We're talking, laughing, giggling, like, and so it's just all these different scenarios. Like the parenting thing. Her daughter finally was like smiling when she told her daughter finally. She said, "You know, I'm dating Kai's dad." She said, "I'm so happy, Mama." Like,
Yeah.
Her parents are over her house a lot, so like, you know, she probably
has some reservations.
Someone
Yeah.
with a little more color tone to her. You know what I'm saying? That beautiful Irish woman, just if you cared out there listening.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel right now in the situation very blessed with everything in terms of all the aspects that I was looking for. So, hold on, I'm gonna put on some Kerry Hilson again, and then let you guys take it over because this is what my shorty gets. She gets this. The pretty go rock.
Hey.
Her name ain't Kerry though. Okay.
Nah.
Her name is Megan. I'm just saying.
Nah.
But then some of the things we discussed, like about the show, like I feel like it's made me a better person. And it was never like, oh my God, honey, you complete me. You motivate me, you support me. There's a separation where it's like my business in itself like messed up her birthday. We had plans to go out on the 28th and an event that it got flip flopped and it was a mistake by the client. And she, I understand it's part of your business, and so
it wasn't no fights.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, you're not making me a priority. We ended up having dinner that night.
Yeah.
Laid low, and then the following weekend we went to a show in the city, and it just worked out. It was like, and she gets it like we'll be doing something. We were in the middle of something very special, and I picked up the phone. I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we're out to lunch.
Imagine.
How can I help you?
Yo, what's up, baby? Nah, I can take the call. Yo, look here. Look.
Might want to get a secretary. Just saying.
Business can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
Then we gotta make it a quickie. I gotta get back to that.
Yeah.
Calling service.
Did you get yours? Because I got mine.
You ain't shit. You one of those, huh?
Nah, not at all.
Wow.
Look here. Look here. You know what I'm saying? I got the Haitian and the Nigerian. It's the baby, I love you, do chérie. And the I bring you home tonight. You know?
Oh man, too bad you're not younger. Let's just joke.
Oh my. Tina is on fire. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my God, turn the volume down. What happened?
Too late. Too late.
Oh man, there it is.
Man, for my ears.
There it is. So yeah, I think to expound on that, I think that's important, and congratulations to you.
Yeah, man, congrats.
Big congratulations. It's awesome that
sounds healthy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I think we had a point now. Yo, we just want a healthy ass relationship. Yeah.
I joked around. I was like, yo, one of the red flags in this relationship is that we haven't had a fight. Your credit's way too good. You got a retirement plan. Like these are all red flags.
Oh man.
But it's gonna come a time though, like when y'all eventually. I mean, it's life. You know what I'm saying? But I just think like you guys in the beginning. But you've been talking to her for
almost 6 months, 5. Yeah.
No, but that's what's up, man.
What's up, man.
I'm very
Congrats,
happy.
bro.
And it couldn't happen to a better guy than Mr. DJ MVP.
Facts.
And that's a fact. You know what I mean? If people know Mike is somebody that genuinely
good soul,
cares.
man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Jordan, good soul.
And everything else.
Sorry. I'm getting lost in myself. Without Josh and Brittany keeping me in check, I'm out of control today.
Nah, Brittany would have been like,
I'm
yeah.
tired of you.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah. Really? Somebody needs to get you.
Can you
because
not?
Guys,
I don't know what's
we
going
are
on.
recording just to remind y'all. She's gonna
Yo! I know she's gonna kill me, but
Nah,
Love you, sis.
Josh would have been different. Josh would have been leaning. He would have leaned back with the glasses. He would have been like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like he would have had to hide. What the fuck is going on? Mike over there having his own party.
oh my god.
Now, obviously, we missed our other host and everything else like that. But the other aspect to everything, like we said, is the business aspect. And I think that's important for anybody that is, and you may not know, you may not be pursuing anything entrepreneurial at the moment, but in the future you may. And I believe I've always been the nice guy. Like even in high school, I was never the bully because I had gotten bullied in elementary and middle school. So me, as soon as I saw it, I knew that feeling. I didn't like it, so I was just like, yeah, leave him alone. Like I just had that, you know. So to this day, I have a lot of friends from high school. Some who are attorneys, some who are connected very well in certain places. At, actually had one saw me at a bar mitzvah. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah. He was there with his wife and everything else. Shout out to Charles. I couldn't recognize him because he had a lot of gray. So I was like, who is this man? I don't know you. He's like, it's me. I was like, I don't know. And then he's like, Charles. I was like, oh, the gray, it is strong on you, young man. You know what I mean? Like, he looked good, but it was the grace is crazy.
Sound stress.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's important because you don't know who and what walk of life is going to get you to where you want to get to in the future. So I've always tried to be the guy that's like, how's your day going?
You never know
How's
who you're
everything?
going to bump into.
Yeah.
Rub elbows, yeah.
And so forth. So I know you have more to expound upon.
I just want to say, to continue with that, I mean, everybody's important. Every moment's important.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we think like, oh, I need to get to over there, and we're ignoring what's right here, we'll never get to whatever is over there.
I'm gonna be happy when I get there.
Yeah. Right.
And then you get there.
Instead of being happy now.
Why am I happy?
Yeah.
I finally made it to the Super Bowl.
Right. Or
What?
it wasn't the right thing anyway.
Why do we think that we never think about here, but we always think about there though?
Insecurities.
We're also trained to do that. I do want to say, like, culturally, I feel like everything growing up in school and the system is like
Materialism.
all right. On some level, it's like we got to get this all figured out. We got to get you on a path where you're safe, you're moving forward. I mean, I grew up on Long Island. I went to high school and all that. And, a lot of successful people in my environment. I'm not going to say that it doesn't work, but it's not necessarily supportive as far as, like, how do you get to know yourself? How do you know you're making the right choices? How do you allow yourself to screw up? How do you allow yourself to make mistakes to figure out who you are in the process,
And it's interesting that you mentioned that. Like, I'll be quick, but in my kids' school, they now have SEL learning. So it's like social emotional learning. They're teaching this. And so, like, just say they'll have a word of the day, like humility or gratitude or whatever. And then David Goggins, right? He's a Navy SEAL, motivational speaker.
Okay, sure.
And he said, the first thing you need to learn is how to fail. Because if you don't learn how to pick yourself up from failure, how are you going to succeed? Because to be successful, you're going to fail a lot on that road.
I think he talks about, I'm sorry to cut you off, that exercise they do where they have to, like, plunge and, like, they're tied up and they have to actually loosen and save themselves basically or they'll drown. And there's sort of this thing where, like, well, they'll save you, but, like, you don't want them to save you.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Exactly.
Like, you're getting hanging long enough to get yourself out.
Yeah.
They'll show you the door.
You're going to be that one guy.
Yeah.
Tom couldn't get it together. That's why it's the few.
Yo, bro. That's no joke though.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
I have family members that former Marines. Big shout out to John Carlos and Juan Carlos. Actually, Juan Carlos. I have two cousins. One is John Carlos and the other one is Juan Carlos.
But why are you saying it like that?
Because that's how you say it.
John and Juan.
Juan and John.
Chill, bro.
Juan
But
and
why
John.
is the accent there though?
But that's how you. But it's not like it's not like it's
This
Juan.
guy.
But it's not like Juan Carlos and Jan Carlos. It's Juan and John.
All right, I'm gonna leave it be.
You know.
Chill, bro.
But is it
Point
wait?
taken. Point taken.
But it's Juan Mario? No, Juan Mario. Sorry, Juan Mario. I'm
Still
sorry.
going. Still going.
I'm sorry. Beatrice is probably watching this,
Bring
dying.
him to your next quinceañera. He'll
I mean,
just intro everyone in the room. Welcome.
Yeah. Hey. Mama de la mama. That's a really tongue twister. It's very hard to say.
Yeah, I'll do.
La mama de la mama. That shit is not easy to say,
Yeah, man, that's
bro.
why Dominicans
You
speak
mean
so
your
fast,
grandmother?
No, but the song, it just says it like,
It says
it's like,
oh, I don't know the
yeah,
song.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
can't say
very,
Guys,
that.
it's your grandma.
Mama,
Like,
de la mama. And it's said so fast.
yeah. And he just keeps repeating it. You know what I mean?
So let's get back to this love conversation.
yes.
It's Valentine's Day. Talking about new relationships, love and business. You know, I'm gonna throw some love in this room. So I got to meet Winnie and Sam almost about 10 years ago, right?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
Really?
I walked into the door of this company.
Definitely longer.
Like bright-eyed, but like not knowing the ropes, right?
Yeah.
And they embraced me. They gave me love. You know, they showed me the ropes. Like I was hired as a dancer, and I don't dance. Like I was like, I got rhythm. Like I'd watch the two of them, and like yo, their swag and their energy, and they were both on the mic. You know what I'm saying? And so that love helped me mature in this environment. Now I split from them. You know, I had my own things going on, and during that time period, there's still the love and support that would come in. Like, yo, you got this. You can do this. We believe in you. And it was just like it just kept on. Like it would just be a message on an Instagram post or a Facebook post, and that love, that even though like we're closer now than we were then, in this in between, that love brought here to this day. Like that COVID hits, they start the podcast, and they're like, "Yo, come join us, be a part of it." You know, so definitely love to my two hosts. You know, and now we grow because we got this Tina in the middle.
Yes.
The
Oreo
peanut butter.
cooking.
Peanut butter and jelly, maybe.
Cut it out. My God. Huh, what is that, 10 for 10? Oh, man.
Somebody get this man.
Oh, man.
This
So,
was too sweet.
to go back on what you said about the business aspect and the trying aspect, I think the one thing that, for those that see me and they see unscripted entertainment and they see this growth of mine, right? And it's because of the team. Number one, it's actually number one is because of God, plain and simple. Two is because of the team. Three, I'm very impatient, and so for example, right, I did this one song and I wanted my boy who's Jamaican to get on it because he was a Jamaican artist to rap on it, and it was like months going by, and he never did it. So it got to the point where I was listening to a bunch of like reggae songs and seeing how their cadences was, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this is to the point. And then me, luckily, like I grew up around Jamaican, so I knew what they were saying and so forth. So like my first verse on one of my songs, facts, hey, fire. Big shout out to Maria behind the mic. I actually wrote that song for her. Yeah. Big shout out. SG Blossom. Yes. So, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right. My boy Dino, he had this one song called, I forgot what he was like, but he's like, what you know about Dino, the girls, them hero, who? Chef from Adico, me had the girl, them TV, them stereo, the girl, them semi sweet like cherry, follow. Cover the money from head to toe. Right? So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, all right. I'm going to take that. I was like, so you don't know of what them girls need, yo. My teacher like the answer where she love the big ego. Broke up on a Spanish, she call me Papi Chulo. Me deal with them possible and far from the cooler. Ready. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's
For that.
but you know what? It's the same thing though. It's like knowing that, you know what, sometimes you just gotta just do. Like he said, you just gotta do. Like I think, like, think about it. Like the situation where we got the thing for TNT. We did something for the TV show Snowpiercer. Big shout out to TNT. Big shout out to Math 360 Collective. And it was like, yo, we have this opportunity. Boom, boom, boom. And then here, you know, because companies, unscripted entertainment. We're doing embroidery and screen printing. What the fuck? You know what I mean? you know,
Gosh.
But it's that situations where it's like, yo, fuck it. We just gonna take a gamble and just try. But I'll be very honest with you. If you're going into this path, you're gonna have a lot of crying days. You're gonna have some days when you by yourself just crying like, hey, I thought I started a business and the money's supposed to roll out. You know, the money comes in the beginning, and that shit slows the fuck down. And you're like, this is not.
Was that built into your business plan, or?
It's funny. I didn't have a business plan. That's the whole thing. It was just
projected 3-6 month, 3-year plan.
Nah, it was just we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure this shit
out. We're gonna run it up until we get to the millions. That's what it was. It was just like that.
Facts, you know, because I think with a lot of people that want to start something, you know, in dealing with relationships and everything in general, even when it comes to relationships, because it correlates, is that people want things that's perfect before they even start. You know, and just like how Mike said, you have to be able to fail. You have to be able to make mistakes and everything else. Man, I done fucked up on so much embroidery shit. Like, I remember there was a 2 varsity jackets, you know, that I did, and somehow the collar got sewn in on the top, and I'm like, how? I don't know how. Like, to this day, I still don't know how, right? But I went to New Jersey at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go see if I could buy a new varsity jacket. I ended up taking it to a tailor. Big shout out to Carlos in Belmore if you ever need a tailor. He took it out. I cleaned it up. Ended up embroidering what I needed to. And then the clients was very, very happy. But it's like, those are the things that those mistakes that you learn to get better and you know, expound on, you know.
We are down to our last 10 minutes.
Wow.
To let you know. I think we got a little more time to like talk, you know, talk on the topic before we can close it.
Yeah, I think we should let Miss Tina, the voice of wisdom.
I think it was the voice of reason that Josh said, and that just was so funny to me that I like that moving forward. The voice of reason.
Voice of reason? You don't like the voice of wisdom?
Reason. I can be really like very much a dreamer, so that's why it was so funny. It's like, really, I'm the voice of reason, then we're all in trouble. Well, relationships are important because they teach us who we are. They're everything as far as that goes. You know, I believe you're totally spot on what you're saying initially as far as like people want something for external validation. They want to be known for X or Y. So like they think something in their outside world can help them. But really what they need is whatever comes, because whatever comes is a profound teaching tool. So I'd say if somehow you're in something that's painful, that's not right, like own it, honor it, be honest with whatever it is. From experience too, like those situations will repeat unless you finally learn that lesson. But by learning it, or the way you learn it, is just being honest and real with whatever it is in the moment. And I think a lot of, you know, we want to sort of by design just avoid what seems painful. We want to avoid what we're afraid of.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how did you identify that? Because some people like go through the motion. How did you say, hey, this is a pattern and I need to fix this, or I need to change this, or this is a reflection of what my thinking is or how I'm feeling? How did you identify that?
There's definitely like, you have to be willing to be super honest with the situation. I know a lot of the times people are like, oh, that guy, he was an asshole, or oh, that situation was that. And that's just a way of sort of pushing that away. So you have to somehow reverse that type of behavior and see like that you're in it, that you're part of whatever it is. And if you consider that yourself is magnetizing it, like you just can't blame anyone else really on some level. And it's just seeing repeats. Like I have some repeats. Like personally, I've dated people from a pretty broad spectrum. I don't want to say all walks of life because that sounds really broad, but I've never been a person to say like, oh, I have a type.
Gotcha.
I ain't got no type. Bad bitches are the only thing that I like. Sorry, it just you know, that was like, that was it. That was it. That was on point. That's funny. If there was a piece of advice that you could give your younger self regarding that, what would you tell yourself?
So younger self really wanted to have it figured out. Like younger self wanted like what everybody else says they need, which is like the marriage, the house, the white picket fence, all that stuff. Like people from all different backgrounds have that expectation for themselves because it's so much a part of our culture here. So yeah, I would just tell myself to chill out and just be honest and to not be afraid, I guess. Try.
Yeah, that was deep. The voice of reason. Tina
Yeah,
Notes.
for sure.
Come on.
Unreasonable, but still.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, that self reflection, you're going to have to. 50 Cent said in a song, you know, pain wouldn't, I mean, good times wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. You know what I mean? Sunshine wouldn't feel nice if it wasn't for rain. You know, those things develop. And even a gospel song that I listened to, like by Kirk Franklin, he was like, you know, the pain has purpose, so don't throw it away. You know,
Yeah.
and listen, I was somebody that, and to a sense I still am, that really expounded my past. You know, telling myself I'm not good enough and I don't deserve this, and you know, da da da. And it takes a lot to like really sit back and say, no, I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to be successful. You know, like even now, like there's times where it's like money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, growing up for me, the religious aspect, money is the root of all evil, da da da, like that kind of thing. And it's like, no, money's a tool, and whoever uses it, the tool, whether you're good or bad, really brings out your character because there's people who are awesome, like like for example, LeBron James, who set up the charities, who set up the school, the I Promise school, where he has bikes and washing machines in the schools for the students and everything else, setting up scholarships for them to go to college and everything else like that. So it's like it's all about how the individual, now then uses that tool. Um, I think for anybody who's trying to figure that out, um, there's several books that I could send you to. One is Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard.
Mm.
And it's very religious, but he tells you about how your thinking is and how everything else.
I'll have to check that out. Neville Goddard has been recommended to me, actually.
Neville Goddard is the truth. There's so many other books that I have, but they're more along the lines of like getting yourself successful, like 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Phenomenal book.
He's my book guru. If I don't know what to listen to or read, I'm like, Sam, give me a recommendation. I got Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, Sam reads, man.
Book guru or librarian, just pointing that potential.
Dirty librarian. Come on, cut it out. Oh man. Okay, so we're down to 3 minutes. Any final words, guys?
For me, guess when it comes to just relationships all over, personal or even business, one thing for sure is definitely think about yourself as well. There was times like I would say in the past, I always thought about the other person, I never thought about myself. So a lot of times I never like spoke up about things I felt a certain way about things or whatever case may be, or I was like, what was a people pleaser? I never took care of me, so a lot of the times I always took a step back, and that's why I like now, working on me and making sure I'm good first before I could even go out and everything like that. So that's just really it for me.
Miss Tina Noach.
Something comes to mind as far as judgment, like maybe for everyone to reevaluate their own relationship to what that word is, because on some level we all do it. We all do it. We like to think we don't, but it winds up creating a lot of negative thinking.
Accountability.
Let it go. Yeah, just let it go, guys.
DJ MVP.
I like what Wim was going with. Like, you gotta love yourself. I struggled with that for a long time. And then now I like look at how I nurture the relationships around me. I like what Tina was saying too about like you value things more with the dark periods. But like I used to like when I was going through something really bad, I was like, yo, you know what? It's about to get really good soon. I'm gonna get through this. And then you can only be hurt by the ones that you truly care about.
Facts.
I want to talk about reverse child abuse.
Yeah.
My kid, like, made me almost want to crawl up in a ball and cry 2 nights ago. And then it was just like a stab to the heart. But like he's so little, he doesn't realize how hurtful he's being. And then like 10 minutes later, he's jumping around like
they're savage. Children are savage. Seriously.
And I'm talking with my girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I love him, and you know what? That's the only person I'll let abuse me like that. That's left in my life, because my mom will never hurt me like that. I plan on not causing harm to others. You brought that
No,
up.
and you're teaching him.
Yeah.
If it's that way with you, it's because he needs to learn. You know, and he'll learn by example. I'm not saying you have to provide him a lesson, but you're providing him a space to work through that.
Yeah, so I'll let him be a little abusive to me, right? Sticking up the skin.
Oh man. So I think the final thing is for me to close it out is really build your own relationship with God. Number one, I think that's important. And how does that look like? It's not a religious aspect; it's a spiritual aspect. So whatever religion you are in, whether you're Buddhist or you know Christian, Catholic, having that personal one-on-one time, whatever deity you worship, and really doing your own self-reflection. Because for me, my God, you might call him Jesus Christ, you might call him Yeshua, you might call him Yahweh. He has so many names. You might call him Jehovah. For me, it was getting the sense of, okay, really reading parts of the Bible and having it interpreted for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go on forever about this, but for example, I'm just gonna close it with this. Like Proverbs 23, verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so shall he be. So if you think you're a certain way and you continue to be that way, you will be that way. And then be mindful of your words. John.
That's the judgment thing I was talking about.
John, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So be careful of what you say. Be careful of the things you say to yourself.
Tongue is powerful.
It is. It's extremely. You know what I mean? Because if I'm not a pastor, but I could be here all day when it comes to it. So just do that. Make sure you take your time to meditate. You do your breathing exercises. It's important.
And have fun, please.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
No,
it's
I'm saying
important.
like there's part of the spiritual practice is also finding joy in the everyday.
Yeah.
You have to though.
Yeah.
You have to though.
Even when in the Bible it tells you enter his presence with joy and gladness. So, if you're going to pray, we might go through whatever we're going through, but remember you're coming into the presence of the all divine deity, the master of all, then, to whatever you call him. And then once you know that, like this supreme being that knows you better than you know yourself, this is essential. And I'm talking from my own experience. You know what I mean? The person that I am, the Sam that people call when they need advice, you know what I mean? I'm not that person because I'm I know it all. No, it's really just, but that's the closing time. So please remember, with that being said, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are valued, and we thank you for tuning in and sharing and subscribing and all that other good stuff. So we're going to say it like this, the Unscripted Podcast. Remember, all talk. And we out of here.
Peace out. Peace out.
Switch it to Maria.
You got it.
Let's
Last video over
Got
here.
to do.
Yeah.